Why, hello there, you beautiful people. I just accidentally did something in Sony Vegas, and I made the screen fade. Now, when I made Simply Artsy Inception, like the most recent montage I put out for Modern Warfare Reflex, one of the things I spent the most time doing as far as editing goes is to make to make a fading effect. I would take like whatever clip I was doing it, cut it up at about every 1/10 of a second, and all I do is dim it just a little bit more each time to give it like the illusion of it fading and unfading. And I just realized all I had to do was actually hold control, go to the side of like where the clip is, and then just drag it, and that fades it automatically. If I had realized that, I could have saved myself over an hour. So I kind of feel stupid. In this gameplay, back to a little more on topic here. This gameplay, when I was playing it, I didn't really think much of it. Obviously I'm not even going for the flags. When I was playing this, I'm assuming I was just thinking like montage clip the whole time. But at the very end of the game, I was like, holy crap, that's a ridiculous score. And you can't get on me for not capping flags, because my teammates just now got C. We just got our base flag, and I'm actually jumping on the B flag now. So I'm actually doing something, and I don't know what the hell my teammates were doing. Like they started off on us 8-0, so I don't know what the hell was going on. Anyway, I actually have a topic. It's high school stereotypes. The question I'm going to ask in a minute is, well, probably like 5 minutes because I talk forever. I'm going to ask, what high school stereotype are you? Now, before we get into that, I understand not all of y'all are high schoolers. Some of y'all are past high school. Some of you are fully grown men, I'm sure. Some of you are little kids or middle school, stuff like that, maybe even elementary school. So you're not all like a high school stereotype. However, I'm sure from like a general description or like the basic perception of it, and also in some countries, high school is it might be college. It's your 9th to 12th grade years. It's when you're like 14 to 17, like upper level basic school. I guess that's the best way to describe it, just in case you're foreign. If you just, I'm asking you to simply pick one, whichever one. Like, obviously, one stereotype will not categorize you perfectly. You're probably many. You could even be all of them in some way, shape, or form. And I'm not going to ask you, like, anyone who is like Call of Duty, YouTube, taking part in that at all is obviously a geek. So we're all geeks here. That's not an issue. But what we have in high school, we have the pothead. Everyone knows the pothead. It's the druggy kid never does his work, the lazy kid. That's the stereotype of a pothead. You have the loner, the kid that keeps himself, doesn't talk much, not necessarily a dumb student, not necessarily a genius, just keeps to himself, very quiet, that sort of thing. You have the jock. The stereotype of a jock is obviously an athlete, typically is a bully in some way, shape, or form, but primarily just an athlete. You have the class clown, the kid that's not necessarily stupid, not necessarily... Jocks, by the way, are normally stereotypically not that bright. A class clown, the kid that messes around all the time, makes okay grades, nothing special, but constantly making a joke, that sort of thing. You have the drama kings and queens. The guys who either create drama, whether it be for them spreading rumors about someone else or just making a big deal out of absolutely everything, love to talk, that sort of thing. You got the prep. The prep is the kid who dresses really nice to school, and some schools have uniforms, but at schools that don't, the kids that are always trying to dress really nice in khakis, polo, sometimes they even have like the bro hair, and I don't know, I'm not a fan of preps, but you could be a prep, hey, it doesn't really matter. The nerd. The difference between nerd and geeks, at least to me, nerds are the kids that are extremely smart in school, make really good grades, and that is all they care about. They care about school and making good grades. And a geek is like a gamer. They're someone who, you know, they can be smart, but they love Star Trek and Star Wars and sci-fi, and they love all that crap. You have the gangster, or like the tough guy. They kind of go hand in hand. The kid who wants to be tougher than everyone, kind of like the jock. He could be a bully. So there's kind of a mix there. Or in general, you could just be the weird kid. I don't know how to describe weird kid other than being weird. But, you know, you can take that however you want it. And, you know, there's a bunch more stereotypes. But out of these, if I had to pick just one for myself, I would definitely go with the loner. Like, as far as I go in school, like, I'm a talker. I talk to y'all all the time. If someone gets me going in school, if I'm sitting next to a friend, I will talk like crazy. But generally in class, I don't really speak much. Don't talk to the teacher. Don't answer questions. I just sit there, listen, do my work. I don't know. Just try to get through the day as fast as possible. I don't really have a lot of friends. At least not in real life. Don't try to. I'm okay with that. Very few friends, but good friends, awesome people, that sort of thing. I don't know. Pretty much a loner. That would be how I describe myself. But now I'm asking you guys this because I don't know. Actually, I think a lot of you guys are going to be full of yourselves, and you're going to say something like a jock. When in reality, you play a sport and you might be good at it, but you're not the stereotype for a jock I'm going to go with. Like, you're not the gigantic kid in class that bullies the geeks and anything like that. Because, again, actually, you know what? For the most part, we're definitely all geeks because, Call of Duty, wow, that guy's an idiot. I'm sorry, that guy's just plain stupid. But, I would be willing to bet that, especially with the Wii, we are probably one of, the nicest overall, communities. Especially for being on the internet. The internet is, a home for trolling. People love to hate because you can stay safe behind your little computer. For the most part, I don't know. People on the Wii are pretty cool. We do have a really good community as far as that goes. Not a lot of hate unless you're Juicy or Mr. Hunting Noobs. Then y'all get really mad at each other. And I'm sorry, that whole thing, I'm going to comment on that. If y'all didn't know, Juicy put up a video of a guy named Mr. Hunting Noobs basically just trashing Juicy for using the FMG Kimbo FMG 9s, whatever. And Juicy put up a video of Mr. Hunting Noobs, not cussing him out, just giving him a piece of his mind. And people got so pissed off because of this video, and I don't know, it's completely ridiculous. I don't have a problem. I love Juicy. I don't know Mr. Hunting Noobs that well, but I don't got a problem with him. I mean, dude seems cool. I know he's I want to say he's in his 20s. He showed a video of him with himself. But the fact that people can get so enraged just at one, a video that's put up as a joke, and then two, I don't know if Mr. Hunting News really cared, but I'm assuming a guy in his 20s wouldn't get mad at some kid for doing that. So I'm assuming the community just kind of blew that out of proportion. I don't know, some things aren't a big deal. I don't know how I got from stereotypes to this. But anyway, I'm just going to go back. Want to know generally what high school stereotype. And for me, myself, I could put myself into the loner thing, the jock, the class clown, the geek, obviously, and the weird kid. Definitely the weird kid. I fit all of those, but if I had to pick one, just incorporate it. The loner, it fits me perfectly, I'd like to think. So you guys, tell me what stereotype you are. Don't go in a lot of detail. Go in a little bit of detail, say what you are and give a slight explanation, but I don't want to know your life story. No offense. Not that interested, but I am curious, actually, just to get a general idea, I guess, of the YouTube population. Sure, get some demographics going. If you want to use some big words, that's an SAT word. Got a good score on the SAT, got an 1830. It's not insane, but it's a little bit above average, so I'm okay with that. I actually had a second question. I'll think. I'm thinking right now. Okay, I remembered. It only took me 10 seconds. I was curious. If you could vacation in any spot that's outside of your own country, where would you go and why? Now, for me, I'm not xenophobic. I'm not scared to go to a foreign country really, but I'm not a huge fan of really going outside of the country. So if I had to pick a place, I would honestly probably just say Disney World in Florida. But if I was forced to pick somewhere outside of my own country, I would probably end up going with either Australia or New Zealand. Most likely New Zealand. From as far as I know, New Zealanders are some of the nicest people in the entire world, as a general culture. So that would be really cool. And then New Zealand is a beautiful little island. Well, not little. I don't want to call y'all little. But it's a beautiful island. It's an awesome place. Really nice people. There's a bunch of cool stuff you can do there. It's where Lord of the Rings was filmed. That's a plus no matter what happens. But I was more curious. I'm actually most curious to see what the British people say. But again, I would like to know all of y'all's little renditions of where y'all would go on vacation. And again, this is the same with the stereotypes. Do not give me a life story. You only got 500 words to work with here. So use them wisely. And I killed a juggernaut. I hate juggernauts. I don't think they should be in the game. I mean, it's not a huge deal. It does provide something that's a little bit more entertaining. Like, it's different. But, I don't know. I'm just not a fan because, I don't know. I like getting, like, sniper feeds. You can't kill a juggernaut with one sniper rifle. Although, actually, the most effective way, aside from explosives aren't that good. Like airstrike explosives, very good. But, like, Semtexes and Semtexes, Semtex. I think Semtex might be plural. I'm not sure. But whatever. I'm getting off track again. Then again, there is no track. I'm on my own track. My track of life. Oh, dude. Kid Cudi, February 28th. I think it's actually his band, Wizard, WZRD. It's him and, like, that Pac or something like that. Like, some producer. So it's all Kid Cudi's rapping, but, like, this dude made the beats. And their band name is technically Wizard. That album is coming out on February 28th. And I am psyched for this. There's like 2 songs on that album that's been released. One of them is extremely short, and I hate it because it's so good. And the other is pretty long, and it's not as good. But like, I'm a huge Kid Cudi fan. There's not many people that don't like Kid Cudi. Not everybody's like in love with him, but pretty much everyone, like, you know, they like Kid. And I should have killed that guy. Guns killed very quick. Oh, but I got a ridiculous spawn. That sucks for him. That might have saved the game, too. That score looks close. Okay, so I'm going to commentate on the game. Okay, I accidentally said my last name, so I definitely had to delete that out. But anyway, to end, Boards UK kind of asked to give me my story again. My real name is not Ian. My real name is actually Thomas, and my parents did not name me they called me Ian since the day I was born. One, because they didn't want me to be called Tom, like as a nickname. And my middle name, I can't get into it. My middle name has Ian in it. My middle name is Adrian. And my mom's best friend from high school said, hey, call me Ian, that'd be cool. My parents loved it. So that's why I'm Ian. My real name's actually not. It's Thomas. Have a good day, guys.